beseech you to look upon your abundant favor these your servants, whom have been pleased to call the performance of such important trust in this land. Let your blessings upon you assembled, and grant and may as in your presence, to it and cause no matter that shall come at their deliberation, is so just and fully man to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the good of those interests you have committed to your church.
Item number 2 on the order paper, communication from the chair.
Colleagues, I welcome you to today's sitting. We shall be handling matters of national importance during Prime Minister's time. Next item.
Item number 3 on the order paper, statements by the ministers. 1, delay in payment of salaries for police officers.
Thank you, colleagues. I received a call from the Minister of State for Internal Affairs, General David Muhoozi. What's the problem? Yes, I received a call from him, and he had already submitted his statement, but he had a situation that needed his immediate attention. So we agreed that Honorable Bahati should read the statement on behalf of government. Thank you, sir. Honorable Bahati. Procedure, Honorable Songo.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I can't go against your ruling, but I'm raising a procedural matter on a previous directive you gave to Ministry of Energy to come and provide a statement here on the transfer of from Omeme to ECDL. And we have not got any answer. But we are having challenges, Mr. Speaker. Where do we report power breakages, vandalized, all those issues dealing with the power? So my procedure matter is whether to be procedure to continue directing the same minister who is representing the Minister of Internal Affairs to go and ask the Minister of Energy to come and give a statement. This House must know the process that has taken place from Omeme to ECDL for us to know where to raise our issues. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. The issue was about to do with payment. Yes, please, I'm the one who requested the minister to make a statement, so I know what I requested for. Okay? Yeah, so I requested the minister to update us on the issue of payment. And then once looking into it, you can look into issues of the Auditor General, okay? The issues which the Auditor General had raised. That was a major point. And I remember even the leader of opposition had requested, saying we have adopted this, but we shall need to look through the Auditor General's report. So this is the only window that we can use to look into it. So specifically I was looking at that. But that doesn't mean that the Minister for Energy cannot come and give a full update. So the other one I needed it from Minister of Finance, okay? So then I will request the Minister of Energy to also come and update us on the issue of... no, colleagues, you see I have a problem. When one colleague stands up on procedure, so please, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, this is a statement by the Ministry of Internal Affairs on alleged missing salaries among some police officers. Concerns have been raised by the Tororo District Woman Member of Parliament, the Honorable Sarah Ocheng Opendi, on the floor of Parliament, and also across various media platforms.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I have been in this Parliament with the Honorable Bahati for 10 years now, plus. Is it in order for the Honorable Bahati to refer to me as Ocheng when I'm actually not Ocheng? My name is Sarah Opendi Acheng. Ocheng is the man, Right Honorable Speaker. Is he in order?
Thank you.
To mispronounce my name?
Now, my fear was about the other name which they had not added. So I was fearing causing a crisis between, you know. So I think Honorable Bahati, that is safer. You can amend and you can correct the name.
Mr. Speaker, I've corrected a statement of Minister of Internal Affairs from Honorable Sarah Ocheng Opendi to Honorable Sarah Acheng Opendi. No, we are yet, as a clan, we are yet to receive that officially. On the floor of Parliament and also across media platforms, including the New Vision publication of 10th April 2025 and April 14, 2025, regarding missing salaries for some police officers. Right Honourable Speaker and Honourable Members, the Minister of Internal Affairs and the Uganda Police Force clarify that police officers are regularly paid their salaries at the end of each month. However, there are some cases of salary delays affecting individual officers due to circumstances that vary from one, failure to meet validation requirements. In 2023, the Auditor General conducted the validation exercise for government employees. Some officers failed to meet validation requirement due to the missing national identification card in their names or dates of birth. These officers were categorized as partially validated. Bank identity mismatches. Salaries sometimes bounce due to inconsistency between national identity card details submitted to banks and those provided to the payroll system. The third reason is deletion of deserters from the payroll. Officers who desert work are removed from the payroll. When such officers reappear, they are subjected to disciplinary process, which sometimes takes long, hence salary payments delays. Since January 2025, 86 officers were declared deserters, 65 returned undergoing disciplinary trials. The first point is inconsistency in date of birth records. Some officers were retired in March 2024 before their retirement date according to other documents. This was due to inconsistent in dates of birth records in payroll system, personal file records, and NERA records. And at March 2024, the number of officers who were retired were 426. We have so far cleared 104. Those retired are 179, and those with varying dates of birth records are 143. The fifth point why there are delays are salary payments on HCM and IPPS. The data migration from IPPS to the Human Capital Management System started in October 2024, involving reorganizing data records. The migration of data is still ongoing. Payments on the two systems do not run concurrently. Salaries on HCM are paid first, then the process of payment on IPPS starts. This is to avoid double payments. The two systems, however, do not cause missing salaries, but delays for those still on IPPS. The process is underway to ensure all are migrated to the HCM system. Right Honourable Speaker and Honourable Members, before removing officers from the payroll, unit commanders flag concerns to the Directorate of Human Resource Administration, which reviews the justification and approves the deletions. Similarly, reinstating an officer on the payroll follows a structured procedure. The verification process begins at the officer's unit and progress to the Directorate of Human Resource Administration, where their concerns are assessed and managed. The issue of police lawyers demanding salary pay of DPP lawyers and court judgment has been referred to the Attorney General for guidance and implementation. The Right Honourable Speaker and members, the Uganda Police Force is committed to addressing these human resource challenges as they arise, ensuring that all officers are paid their salaries accurately and on time. The verification is always on a case-by-case basis due to the varying causes. Mr. Speaker and honorable colleagues, this is a response by the Minister of Internal Affairs, General Major General Kahinda Otafire, to the question which was raised by Honorable Sarah Acheng Opendi. I beg to submit.
Thank you. Honorable Pendi.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, I want to thank the Minister for his response. However, Right Honourable Speaker, as you will note, the issue I raised was regarding serving police officers. He actually went on to talk about people, officers who had deserted, officers who had retired, and this was not my point. My point is serving police officers who have not received their salaries, some for 6 months, some for 4 months, and so on. Right Honourable Speaker, and when you look at the statement that he has presented, he's actually giving a table of the officers who retired, the numbers of those who are cleared on the payroll, those who have retired, and those with varying dates of birth. These are 143. He does not state in his statement how many of these police officers are affected by the transition from the HCM, the Human Capital Management System, to the IPPS system. And actually, these are the ones who are now being affected, Right Honourable Speaker. I would really greatly appreciate if the Minister had actually mentioned how many from their records are affected by this migration. He also does not state, Right Honourable Speaker, when they actually are going to conclude this system of migrating from the IPPS to the HCM system. And Right Honourable Speaker, you will note that at the end of this financial year, if you look at the audit report, we shall find unutilized salaries of police officers. So Right Honourable Speaker, this is a critical matter. The police officers cannot come open up for fear of victimization, Right Honourable Speaker. They fear to be victimized. And that's why I'm here to speak for them. We are here to speak for them. So Right Honourable Speaker, the Minister must come clear. I'm glad the Minister of Public Service is here. Let the Minister of Public Service explain why this system should take so long from last year up to now. How long does it take to integrate from one system to another? And if you are integrating, must that cause a challenge to those who are serving? They must get their salary. So secondly, Right Honourable Speaker, I'm glad the Attorney General.
Just finished only one point.
No, I have 2 issues, yes. Secondly, Right Honourable Speaker, I'm glad the Attorney General has come in. The Minister has actually indicated that he referred the issue of the lawyers serving in the police force to the Attorney General for guidance. Right Honourable Speaker, we all know that it is unconstitutional for someone's salary to be revised downwards. It's completely unconstitutional. And these are serving police officers with appointment letters. Appointment letters indicating they were supposed to earn 5 million shillings plus. Their salaries were revised downwards. They went to court under miscellaneous cause 22, I think, of 2024. And the judge, yes, August, and the judge, Justice Sekana then, who was the High Court judge, indicated in his judgment, it is actually unconstitutional. If I can read specifically, Right Honourable Speaker, maybe let me be specific. And a declaration that the decision of the Ministry of Public Service to revise the salary structure of the Uganda Police Force legal officers downwards below the enhanced salary scale was unconstitutional, illegal, and ultra-vires. So, Right Honourable Speaker, how long does it take for government to correct this anomaly? And by the way, this was also a presidential directive Because lawyers across the board should actually earn the same. So, Right Honorable Speaker, can I hear from the Minister of Public Service, when this system, when you are going to conclude, how many officers are affected? Can I hear from the Attorney?
Thank you. Honorable colleagues, in the public gallery this afternoon, we have a delegation comprised of Local Council 1 chairpersons from Agure County, Parisa District. They are represented in the House by Honorable Ochoa David and Honorable Kara Kevin Ojinga. They've come to observe proceedings of this House. Please join me in welcoming them. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, just honorable colleagues, because you see, there are issues which can be settled here so that we don't continue rotating on them. Honorable Minister for Public Service, how do you think these police officers are surviving?
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker and honorable members. The survival of police officers, I cannot answer adequately, but
Honorable Minister, please don't pay attention to voices that are not on record.
I will give an answer to two issues. The answer of they have not given a table of all the police officers who are affected. They have not given it, it is true, but the answer is the same. If you have been a police officer and verified by Attorney General, and your documents are not adding up,
Auditor General.
The Auditor General, it will take some time. It depends on how fast you furnish the HR with information. In actual sense, some of them might be deleted. Yes, that was the essence of having an audit. We noticed many ghosts were on the government payroll, and government is losing almost 5 billion per annum. So, it is still work in progress. People will be arrested if you want to see it. It is going to happen. It is still work in progress. That's why they are still validating and giving people second chances. They are giving them second chances. You never know, they might get their papers and fill in their files. But those who will fail, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. That's why is it taking too long? It is taking too long depending on the cooperation. If there are 20,000 police officers, cannot be done in 1 month. So we request for patience. Each entity is handling their human resource.
Honorable Minister, do you have like a deadline? So for people to know, within this period, I must have brought documents. If I don't, I'll be totally deleted.
Right, Honorable Speaker, I don't want to give an answer for the sake of giving it. Let me go and inquire from police, because these things were, the salary issues were decentralized. So police should tell us how long it will take them to absorb their staff. So no, I will do that, sir.
No, Honorable Minister. So you mean each entity will give their deadline? I thought, as public service, you've worked with the Auditor General, and you have said all public servants, okay?
Yes, sir.
By this date, you should have validated. If you don't, you'll be totally deleted from the deadline. Will you leave it to each entity? You must be having a deadline.
We did not set deadlines for each entity, but I'm going to consult the technical people to help us, to give us a deadline really. Because at the moment, I cannot tell you lies. I don't want to tell anybody lies here. But you give me some time, and I give you the appropriate answer.
Thank you.
Thank you. I beg to submit.
Thank you. Now, Attorney General, the issue of police officers are supposed to be paid as government lawyers.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker, and thank the member who has raised the issue. Right Honorable Speaker and honorable colleagues, I'm fully seized of this matter. It is true that the lawyers in police did take a matter to court against our office for allegedly reducing their salary downwards. We did make an argument in court saying that this reduction downwards was not done in accordance with the procedures laid down in government. We lost the case, we appealed the matter. Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable colleagues, the issue of changing salaries of any person or any group of persons in public service is done by the Public Service Commission. What happened in this case, from the facts that we have, is that an individual in police, after receiving a public pronouncement by the president that the salaries should be enhanced, went on the system and changed the salaries. Now, that is the issue in contention. Right Honorable Speaker, it is true that all lawyers in government are struggling to have that issue resolved, and we are trying to get that resolved. But the matter is in court. Government does not agree that the enhancement was done in accordance with the law, and the matter is on appeal. I thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
So the Attorney General is saying the matter is on appeal? No, I'm saying the one of police officers. Honorable Sarah is saying it's on appeal. He appeared as Attorney General. So the moment he appears, okay, that one becomes a settled matter, okay? Yes, I'm going to allow Lop, don't mind. Just allow me to pick one person, okay? Then I pick you Lop. Let me allow Honorable Chua David.
Right Honorable Speaker, may I take this opportunity to thank you, first of all, for accepting our leaders from Palisa, especially Agule County. They are here, and these are the pillars who are doing a lot of work for government, especially NRM governments, like you have seen them. We have not only come to Parliament, but we have visited some villages within Buganda region to appreciate how a Myoga and a parish model is operating. Because often the president has come to our area in Palisa, and he has been saying...
Honorable, there is a subject matter on the floor, and you stood up to debate. So kindly, can you limit yourself?
It is true, Right Honorable, sorry for that. Indeed, a good number of police officers, even within my constituency, are complaining they are not being what? Paid. My humble request to the minister, like Honorable Sarah Openda said, most officers go hungry without pay, and they force our people to pay bribes on a daily basis. Honorable Minister, it is my humble request you come out clearly and give us the right indicative figures of the officers who are not getting salaries. There are those who have gone even beyond 6 months without getting salaries. Thank you, Right Honorable Sikuka. Otherwise, I'm grateful for the opportunity.
Thank you. No politician is fit in any condition. Yes, so, Lop, you wanted to go first? Because you had your shadow minister here. Yeah, shadow minister.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, first of all, allow me to thank Honorable Opendi for raising this matter. And Mr. Speaker, you talked about the fact that the State Minister for Internal Affairs, Honorable Mohoz, was not present. But when Honorable Bak had raised up to read the statement, it was from Honorable Kahindo Tafire. And this shows that this ministry has so many other people who can stand in. This is a very important matter because it touches people's payment. You can imagine, Right Honorable Speaker, people who are armed to be working for over 6 months without pay. And government is still dilly-dallying about that thing. Mr. Speaker, once an armed person is not paid. In essence, it is as if we are saying that these people should use the tools they have to look for payment, and this is very worrying. Right, Honorable Speaker, there is also the issue of policemen who are scientists, who are supposed to be given a professional allowance. You know, when the government policy to pay scientists an extra salary than other people who studied other things, the policemen still say that their salaries were not enhanced, those who are scientists. And the problem, Right Honorable Speaker, is that when these salaries don't come, any policeman, that is what they tell us, any person who gets up to complain is taken on for disciplinary action. We are going for Easter. Let's be human, Right Honorable Speaker, that you had the Minister for Public Service and said, you know, others will have to wait for much, much longer. And the problem is that we are recruiting other people every other time police is recruiting, whereas they are not paying those who are already in service. So for me, Right Honorable Speaker, I would even insist that police stops even recruitment until it clears the salaries of the officers who are already in service before they would recruit others, and it comes out as a resolution of this House, because you cannot go on recruiting. Already they have now submitted that they are going to recruit 10,000 policemen, yet they are not paying those who are already in service. So, Right Honorable Speaker, my proposal is that police we stop police from recruiting other officers before it clears the salaries of those who are already in service. And this matter, Right Honorable Speaker, we cannot allow it to go on and without giving these people a deadline. The police should be given, government should commit itself to pay the salaries of these people as soon as it is possible, and in any case, not later than 2 weeks from today, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, but Honorable, don't you think we would be overstepping our mandate for us to come here and we say police don't recruit? I think we should insist, we should push harder so that they pay the officers who are not being paid. But the one of recruiting really would be overstepping our mandate, I would think. Look.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I'm happy to see the LC1 chairpersons and other leaders that have joined us. Unfortunately, they are leaving very quickly, but we are happy to see them. I see they are clad in their color. Honorable Speaker, next week I'll have some guests who will be clad in red. I hope they will be allowed to access the precincts of Parliament. That said, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Speaker, police officers in this country are paid a niggardly salary. And that goes for soldiers, it goes for prison warders as well. They earn very little, that they barely get by with their lives. That's problem number one. It becomes another problem when their salary does not come on time, when they go for quite a bit of time without accessing their salaries. I've heard the statement by the Minister and also what the Attorney General has said. Our bigger concern is not even so much the matters that are in court, because those ones, court should be able to handle those matters, hopefully expeditiously. But there are those, as the statement does say, mismatch in names, ID, and so on and so forth. And a couple of these police officers have been approaching us, telling us they keep running to office after office, and they're not getting help to see that this matter is worked on. And they'll not come out because action will be taken against them. That's the challenge. You see, even where they would be running for help, they have a circle called the Exodus Circle. We've talked about that Exodus Circle here. It's a big issue. They cannot access their money. So a couple of them are not accessing their salaries, where they would be running to get a loan, to pay fees for their children and live by. It's not happening. I think, Right Honorable Speaker, that if the Ministry of Internal Affairs was very serious, this is a matter that can actually be resolved in 1 week. Because even according to your statement, you know a couple of those who are having challenges. Meet them, deal with this matter in a week's time. It's possible because government is the one with whom the buck stops. Public service, on the other hand, there's NIRA and all of that. Why do you not get all of this together and deal with this matter? Because these serving officers, as we are saying, they earn very little, they move around with guns, many times they are brutalizing people because they are angry. The fellow left home, there's no food, child was sent away, no school fees, and he's angry and he's holding a gun. What do you expect them to do? I think that we should task government to deal with this matter in 1 week's time, because you're saying, you're not saying there is no money. I'm glad that's the issue. Now that there is money, can we deal with these procedural issues? Can we take in interest in this matter and deal with it in 1 week, Right Honourable Speaker?
Yeah, but you see, some of these things are confusing. Because, Honourable Minister, when you were recruiting these people, what did you ask for? Didn't they have documents? On recruitment, you don't ask for a document? Didn't you create files for these people? Honourable Nzima, then Honourable Kwaringa, then Honourable Seung. And then former chair committee.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I would really wish that the issue of migrating people from IPPS, Integrated Personnel and Payroll Management System, to Human Capital Management Systems will be interrogated. The problem being raised here is an issue that concerns the policemen. But also I have teachers who have been calling me saying they have gone over 4 months. They have not received their what? Their salaries. The challenge is that they have not been moved onto the Human Capital Management System from the IPPS. Now, if we are saying the same case has also happened with the police, the issue of the police might have been raised. There could be also many other people who have not been migrated onto the Human Capital Management System. But I also want to challenge the Minister of Public Service. Almost every 2 years or 3, we are introducing different systems. And these systems are bought from outside, very expensive. We train people on them. As they get used to use these systems, we move away from them, another one is introduced. What is the intention? Why don't we bring a system that can serve the country for at least a number of years? At least maybe 10 years. You bring a system, it serves for only 2-3 years, you say, okay, we are migrating to another one. What is the intention? What is the problem? Because it is very expensive. Mr. Speaker, sir, we used to move to do oversight in some of these local governments. There was a time when Buko, they told us that it will take time for them to, if they are to work on their people, they have to come up to Mbale, because that's where they could access internet and also the system. So I think we need to integrate this. The issue is not only with the police, it has affected very many people. Because, as I said, teachers, maybe if we open the app, we could even find that there are many other employees who have not got their salaries. So I think I will charge the Minister of Public Service responsible. It's not enough to say we have decentralized services, let those other people do their things. Because even the teachers who called me said, when they went to their human resource officers of the districts, they were saying maybe they could follow to what? To Kampala. And yet the people of Kampala are saying, no, we have decentralized what? Salaries. So I think we need to look into this comprehensively. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honourable Kwaringa.
Thank you so much, Right Honourable Speaker. First, on this matter, I would like to implore the minister responsible, because defense forces or security forces are organized, are supposed to be the most organized structure. They have sections and their section commanders. A section goes to a platoon plus a platoon commander. How can a commander of a section fail to know the members, the personnel under his section, and he doesn't raise the absence of that person, because the code provides that 1 week you raise a message of absence. After 14 days, somebody is declared a whole absence without official leave. How did this come about without the section and the respective commanders knowing that their members, their personnel, those under his command are missing? Secondly, as the police administration, in case of those who could have, say, maybe gone on official leave, but maybe the system didn't capture, and they now need to be also put back to the payroll, have they opened a complaint desk in each division so that all of them are registered accordingly, given a deadline for registration? A message is flashed out giving them a deadline to come and register those with the complaints, so that we now know the actual numbers. Because Honorable Sir Opendi, whereas the complaints genuine, fell short of bringing the list, the specific list, because she's contesting the list that the minister has provided. Could she also provide us the specific list of those, so that we can use those as example to reach the rest? I thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Kwaringa. Honorable Seung, sorry.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sir, we should tell people the truth. Sincerely, a police officer who can record a statement from Sewungu Joseph, a complainant, or the accused, but fails to fill his forms, documents that require him to get his salary, is not proper. There's somebody sleeping on the job. And the Honourable Minister, let me tell you this, all the issues raised by the minister are on part of government, not police officers. These are people who are earning a very professional, a teacher salary. I was a teacher. I know how to fill forms. They wouldn't have complained to Honorable Sir Opendi if they had made their forms wrongly. But there is somebody sleeping on the job at the cost of the police officers. And that type of person is worse than the Jews who killed Jesus. He's worse than the Jews who killed Jesus. When you talk about desertion from police, that is a criminal. And I think the Attorney General can bear witness to me on that. If somebody deserted from police, then there are other procedures. Actually, Mr. Speaker, let me say this. For those who desert, you can continue getting salaries until they discover they deserted after almost a year. Because they are out of station and nobody knows about them until they look for them. So why do we tell lies? Their only remedy, which is the Exodus, is also under attack and failure to recognize their savings. Then when it comes to their legitimate payment, you play on that job. Mr. Speaker, sir, let us be serious on this matter. Let us not give, and I want to tell the Attorney General facing me, the issue of professional allowance has no other remedy. You cannot deduct somebody's salary as long as it goes on the pay slip. It is improper and null and void. That's why you lost that case in court, and even if you appeal, you will lose another round until you go to Supreme Court, and they will laugh at you in front of you here. I can assure you that. That's the legal, it's the legal regime. You cannot give a teacher his salary 400,000 and say now government has gone poor, we are reducing it. Under which legal regime, Mr. Attorney General? So that's why you lost the case. So as I conclude, Mr. Speaker, let us be fair to policemen. They are like teachers. Whenever you see someone talking about teachers, I'm also talking about police because they are in the same salary scale. But there's somebody sleeping on the job. Look for those particular individuals who are making police officers suffer, who are the real killers of Jesus, and they should come out and repent before we go for Easter. I thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Nyachikongoro.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. And I want to thank the Honorable Sarah for raising this issue. Me as a former chair of the committee, I've been receiving calls. Some of them think that I'm still chairing about failure to get salaries, and they are frustrated. And when I looked at the statement from our good minister, I think it's not right to stop people from accessing their salary because of the mistakes that are made by government, by the system, because the system is manned by and paid by government officials. Because how do you say that police officers have mismatch of identity cards, yet when you are recruiting, by the way, that is one of the issues they rotate around. Even when they are presenting, when they are going to throw out people, they say you don't have an identity card. Or they usually, they are very, very strict. So you cannot give us this excuse of identity cards. That means that there is a problem with the recruitment process. Someone somewhere who is working on the recruitment is bringing in funny, people who don't have the identity cards. In this era, how does someone fail to get an identity card when you are working for government? Right Honorable Speaker, when I was chairing that committee, the issue of lawyers came up. And I think it is not right to really deduct their salaries. Government, we keep on shooting ourselves. You favor certain institutions, and the institutions that are protecting and serving the country, you undermine them. How many lawyers are there in police that really, not only in police, by the way, even in prisons? There are those that have really been specific in serving government, not private practitioners. So if we had, yes, and in military, if that policy is wrong, why don't we scrap it for all institutions that are serving government so that we are at par? The issue of scientists, they have talked about it also. They are crying. Those in prisons who are crying. The military, I don't know whether you have worked on them. We need to find out. But it is really unfair to find that you are favoring a certain institution and you don't favor an institution that keeps on even protecting the good the land attorney general, who has an escort of police officers and Now what if they turn those guns against you? Really, these are some of the frustrations. I'm not saying that they will, but these are the frustrations that those guys have. When you find that these policemen, by the way, in rural areas, they cannot even have an opportunity to access headquarters. The spokesperson.
Thank you. Chair, Committee on Defense.
Right Honorable Speaker, I thank you so much. What is true, Right Honorable Speaker and Honorable colleagues, is that whenever such a matters have come here, this Parliament has listened. The matter of Exodus Circle was thoroughly investigated by the committee that I chair, was tabled here, recommendations were made, and I can report that it was streamlined and it is working for the police. Yes. Two, this Parliament, Right Honorable Speaker, last financial year, we passed salary enhancement for junior, both in the military, police, and prisons. At implementation, there were some discrepancies. That is enhancement. Others got, others did not. And during ministerial policy statement, we held them to account, and explanations were given. We have, at the same time, just passed the report and made the recommendation to that effect, to go back to the original recommendation that was passed by during last financial year. It is unheard of, it is completely unfair that a human being, individually, unilaterally, and without good reason, actually maliciously, should access a payroll system of an institution and change the salary. I think that is a crime. I am happy that it enjoys bipartisan support here. We should condemn it. Otherwise, if it happens in an institution that guarantees our security of property and life, what will happen to other systems, payment systems? So, Right Honorable Speaker, it is incumbent upon us to pass a stern resolution to that effect, that such a person should be severely punished. We all stand for the policemen and women of this republic. Just like we stand for the UPDF, just like we stand for Uganda Prison Service, just we stand for the teachers and medical practitioners. Nobody has a right to access a payment system and change downwards and is not punished. Right Honorable Speaker, we have done the best. We should be held to that extent. I beg to submit.
Thank you, colleagues. But Honorable Sir, I gave you an opportunity to speak. Oh, you want to lay on table? Yeah, please lay.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to thank colleagues for standing up and speaking for the police officers who cannot speak. But just to state, Right Honorable Speaker, that the enhancement of the police officers' pay followed a presidential directive after they had actually complained. So, Right Honorable Speaker, allow me to lay this High Court judgment, miscellaneous cause number 22 of 2024. It was Miss Christine Nanding and others versus the Attorney General Sekana Musa, dated 16th August 2024. Right Honorable Speaker, since the matter seems not to be resolved of the police officers who are not earning their salary, would it not be procedural right for this matter be referred to the committee? Maybe the committee could look into it further and then come and give a report so that a decision can be made. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. Well, Honorable colleague, this is a straightforward matter. Okay? Now we take it to a committee. It will again take some months. It's a straightforward matter. What we need is the minister to come back and update us here. Honorable Minister, you think like in how long would you be able, Minister for Public Service? And by the way, this should be beyond police officers. This should be beyond. Let me first, Honorable Minister, before just a mere Honorable Namuga, Chair Park.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. You know, Right Honorable Speaker, this matter cuts across. We had a consolidated report on the payroll. Most agencies, ministries are suffering the same. So why don't we consider that report? Because it was laid here. And two, pick interest in the report for pension and gratuity. We have the same issues. So that was what I wanted to update you, Right Honorable Speaker. And I beg that we pick interest in both so that we can have those matters considered. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you. For now, Minister, you can be looking into it. It's because we've been in the budgeting process. You know, when we are in the budgeting process, we first stand over or other items. Yeah, but we are going to look into it since we are about to complete. So, Honorable Minister, you think like and how long?
Yeah, it has worked finally. Thank you very much. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to commit that within 14 days, we will have brought here a report, and I know by that time we will have sorted out all these issues. Thank you very much for giving me the opportunity.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Give us an update within 2 weeks' time, like you've requested. Next.
Item 3.2, statement of land occupied by Guru University.
Procedural, Honorable Watkins.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I belong to the Committee on Public Service. Mr. Speaker, sir, Madam Minister, and through you, Mr. Speaker, this is for you. My procedural issue, Mr. Speaker, is that when she appears before a committee, we had a petition from science tutors. Mr. Speaker, sir, the ministry of public service upraised or scaled up salaries for your science teachers. And as a result, the science teachers went to the banks to acquire loans. Then suddenly, the same ministry struck off the enhancement. And as I speak right now, Mr. Speaker, your science tutors, some of them are in prison, some of them are losing property. Wouldn't it be procedural right, Mr. Speaker, for the minister to come back here with a commitment from government? Because she got a petition addressed to the Attorney General. The science tutors need that enhancement reinstated and also to pay the arrears from the banks. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Now, two things. Number one, the petition was not addressed to this House, because I've heard you say it to the Attorney General.
Mr. Speaker, the petition preceded the legal action, but you have the petition in your office that was served to our committee.
Yeah, so has the committee reported back? Because if it hasn't, then Rule 80 doesn't allow me to make such a directive on anticipation.
I don't know, maybe the minister, Mr. Speaker, should be given the opportunity to address herself to that, because this has already been exhaustively processed.
Honorable colleague, Rule 8 on anticipation, once we refer a matter to the committee until the committee reports back. Okay? Then maybe if you want, you suspend the rule and then we handle the petition here. But for now, let's wait for the committee to report back. Okay? So committee, please, if you have that petition, handle it expeditiously so that we can handle it.
Much appreciated, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Yes, Honorable Minister for Environment.
Right Honorable Speaker, as directed, I'm happy to respond as directed by you, Right Honorable Speaker, to give the status on the degazettement of Gulu Central Forest Reserve. Right Honorable Speaker and honorable colleagues, Gulu Central Forest Reserve was amongst the 16 selected forest reserves possible